That's coming in here. It's about as off-grid as it gets. A few deers over there. So talking about solar systems, you know, something like this, you see some of the more elaborate things that we design. Here's the basics, and this is as simple as it can get. No better time than the present than to show you, you know, this type of small 12-volt system can get you out of a jam, and it's got applications. You can see there, I've just gotten a couple 50-watt parallel into a 100, and this goes over here, and you know, this is all cheap stuff that if I lose it, I don't really care. So I say there's a time and place for every type of system. There's your basic solar generator. This is just like an original off-grid infrastructure type system. You can see this guy here, it's pumping into a 110-volt pump. Got a water hose running here somewhere. This is helpful if I want to get my burn pile down. Helps charge up equipment. We can run 12-volt tools to sharpen up the bush hog. A lot of my off-grid needs are just met with this simple little system here. This is nothing like, you know, some of the things that we put together more elaborate. This is just something. You can see my mounting here. Probably work better if I cleaned it off and it didn't have weeds growing up around it, but this is simple as it gets. And you know, as Hurricane Florence barrels down upon us, something this simple can get you out of a jam. You're not going to run your air conditioner. You're not going to run very much for very long, but this will give you about 10 amps of charging at 12 volts, and I mean it'll do a little bit. But I just wanted to show you this. We're talking about intro to solar for the beginners. So yeah, we sell big elaborate stuff, but you know, we've got, let's see, 100, 200, all this can be had for say 800 bucks. That's just off the top of my head. So just throwing that out there to you. Those of you that don't have any emergency backup power systems, you know, this is a starting point. There's obviously places to go from this, but just wanted to get in here and zoom in. This is a couple 125 amp hour batteries put in parallel, and inexpensive power inverter and a 10 amp charge controller. And as you can see, you know, this thing is still running the pump over here. So we got more systems coming from you, to you rather, but I would just start out, you know, showing you this is the basics, and this is stuff that, you know, kind of like buying a tool from Harbor Freight. If this gets stolen, you know, I haven't spent a whole lot of money here, so it's got its time and place, and We'll get into some other type of systems later, but I just wanted to bring another video on solar from the beginners. A couple 100 watts of solar ran in parallel, and a couple 125 amp hour deep cycle batteries. And you know, even without the solar, if you got the deep cycle battery source, you can charge those things up, and with the inverter, you can do a little bit. So we will be upgrading this and putting in a pure sine wave and doing some different things. And this is just, you know, this is my junk system, just to do some things around the pond. So until next time, Tony from Hurricane Wind Power. One last note, don't take any wiring examples from what we've done here. This is just, this isn't mounted any build. This is just stuff sitting out in the field. So I wouldn't wire your stuff like this, but that's it. Come back and check us out next time. Thank you. Bye.